Well, hello! Welcome to my short little multimedia presentation on Ghana. Um, at first I was going to do a PowerPoint or just something where you could see more images, but I thought it would be important to share about Ghana because Ghana is kind of a part of my family. Um, Even though I've never been there in my life, but I grew up hearing about Africa and Ghana, this country, because my father lived there when he was younger with my grandparents. Um, and I never really got to share a lot about that in the blog post, and so I kind of wanted to share about that while talking about just Ghana in general. But my grandfather worked for a nonprofit company that would go to different countries, particularly in Africa, and they would write manuals for tribes people so that they could learn how to do jobs besides agriculture. Well, even just do agriculture well. Basically, he was teaching them how to be independent and to make money so that they could survive. And so one of the places that he went was Ghana, and it was my grandparents' favorite place to go because of the joy of the people there, how welcoming the people were to my family, and just how accepted my family felt there. And it was just a very happy place. A quick story that I want to share before just kind of talking about other things about Ghana is my grandma's favorite place to go. At first it wasn't because it was crazy, was the marketplace in Ghana. And if you can see this picture, this is from one of her books actually from Ghana. You see it is crazy. The marketplace of Ghana is insane because there's so many people around. They're going everywhere and everybody has something to sell and they're trying to get you to sell it so quickly. My grandfather was driving through a marketplace and he had his arm leaning out of a window in a car, and somebody came by and slipped his watch off really quickly. So even though it was their favorite place, things like that still happen in all the craziness. My grandma, when she went to go grocery shop, she would look in trash bins and try to see if the produce was fresh, and how you could tell was if like a chicken was in a trash can, if the blood was still going, like if it wasn't dried. That's how you could tell if the chicken was fresh, because it had just been freshly killed. So that's kind of my connection to Ghana and why I chose this country. But just some basic things about Ghana that are important to know, and I kind of realized them throughout writing these blog posts, is that Ghana is so well known in the world because of its natural resources. Ghana really drew in a lot of people because of its gold. That was how European outsiders came into the country. That's how Ghana was introduced to Christianity, to Islam, because there's so much trade going on in the country, and all of these European influences wanted to be the most dominant power in Ghana. And that affected the country entirely. And also, they were one of the first European countries that were really affected. Not European countries, they were one of the first African countries that were really affected by European countries because they were right on the coast and they had so many natural resources. They were also the first to gain independence in 1957. And so this is a country that had strong natural resources, that drew in a lot of outsiders, but was also a leader for all kinds of African countries. It's a joyful place, it's a happy place, and really they had every reason not to be happy because all of these European outsiders came in and tried to change a lot of their culture and tradition. And honestly, the Europeans were not that kind to them either. They humiliated them, especially when they wanted to kind of subject them to their rule. But Ghana persisted, and the Ghanaians won their independence back very strongly. So I enjoyed studying this country. I loved learning about a place that my dad grew up in when he was a little boy, and that my family is tied to. It has so many amazing things about it. The lake there that is completely man-made that they use throughout the whole entire country, it's incredible. And just, I think this is a place that a lot of us would enjoy going to. Apparently Christianity is just one of the most, it's the most dominant religion there. And so my father felt completely fine even during Easter, celebrating his own religion there, because it was the norm, you know? So I think that as Christians and as Liberty students, this would be a happy place to go to. So Thank you so much for listening.